The goal of the conference, more than anything, is to allow people who are interested, from high school students, college graduates, working professionals, career changers, to give them the opportunity to become more educated, well-informed, and sophisticated consumers of legal education. And for me, I believe if you're going to spend 3 or more years in an academic program, accrue for many people substantial debt, you really need to have a good understanding of exactly what you're getting yourself into.
My name is Keith Lampkin, originally from Bentonia, Mississippi. It's a small town about 15 minutes north of Jackson, Mississippi, the capital. From a huge family, lots of aunts and uncles. My grandmother had about 16 children. And a small country town, again, like I said. I did my undergrad at the University of Southern Mississippi in political science. And now I'm here at Texas Southern University, Thurgood Marshall School of Law. My experiences at the conference have all been great. I actually came out to the first one, as I said earlier. And from the first time we got there, I was able to meet attorneys and law students basically for the first time. Being from where I am, I really didn't know any attorneys coming up, so I was able to meet Evangeline, and I was able to meet some friends of hers who were also helping with the conference to, for the first time, basically talk about that profession that I decided I wanted to be a part of. I'm currently a second-year law student, and I still attend the conference, and I go back to in a volunteer capacity, but also to reap the benefits. Again, those same connections that can be made as an undergraduate are even more important when you're in law school. And at that point, you actually have a different perspective on the profession. You know what questions to ask to get you to that next level. There are always attorneys there. There are other law schools there. Even if you were thinking about transferring, you could get information on law schools. But typically, right now, when I go, I'm speaking to attorneys. I'm speaking to law professors. Just to get more information on my career path. There are people there who you can speak to about clerkships, which are very important, or internships while you're actually in school. And also, if you're still mulling over what area of law you like to specialize in, like myself, then you can sit in and get different perspectives from people in different areas of the law. So it's definitely still beneficial beyond undergraduate. Well, I would absolutely say that it's a requirement that you attend the conference because there's so much information that you'll get by accident at the conference that you may never hear from a structured presentation that someone may be giving. You'll make connections, which I found is one of the most important things that you can never do with trying to get into the profession. Along with the academics, you need to know people who've been there, need to hear real-life experiences. Even things that you may not even ever learn in the classroom, people will be able to tell you about those tasks that they do day to day. So I'd like to be an attorney because I've always viewed the legal profession as one of the most respected professions in our country. I've also always wanted to advocate for those who are not able to advocate for themselves or who are not able to articulate those problems that they have. I also like to, I understand our judicial system in our country is imperfect in ways, as everything is, but I'd like to be a part of keeping that judicial system honest.
What we want to do is kind of be a hub, a place where people come and get information, but they can learn about a lot of other programs as well, so that they can walk away saying, I got so much from the conference, but I also learned about all these other programs that I didn't even know existed. So that's what we want to do too. We want to be able to provide information about all the different programs that are out there as well, and give those people who work with those programs an opportunity to come and connect with the students that come, so they're not only getting what we have to offer, but when they walk away, they can also learn about other things that can support their goal of becoming lawyers.
My name is Jennipher Valentine Williams. I'm from Gonzales, Louisiana. I am the oldest child of Dr. Jerry Williams and Patricia Williams Simon. I'm a second-year law student at Southern University Law Center. Right now I'm enjoying law school, and I'm trying to decide exactly where I want to practice law. Right now I believe I have an interest in the family and criminal law. I continue to go back to the conference every year because it has been encouraging. I meet successful minority lawyers and students. People have done it before me and currently doing it as I'm in law school also. They still give encouraging strategies while I'm in law school. They also help with preparation of the bar exam, where I'm able to get information from that. And it's just a good environment where you also see other people that in the same profession that you're in, and it's encouraging. The reason why I want to be a lawyer is to be able to help individuals in different capacities. Right now I'm at the U.S. Attorney General's office, and I'm doing memos and briefs and those type of things. So I'm doing a lot of legal research and writing. So that'll definitely help us trying to be an attorney. And I'm also a teaching assistant for criminal law. So I've really grown to have a passion for criminal law and prosecution. And right now as a teaching assistant, I help the professor with course materials with the first-year law students at Southern, and that has been very interesting. And this past summer at the University of Columbia School of Law through the CLEO program, which is another pre-law program for minorities, I was able to be a teaching assistant there also for minority students who were going into their first-year law students from all over the country. I met a lot of people from the conference, people that are currently seeking to go into law school, those that are in law school with me. We are still friends to this day that I started the journey, friends on Facebook, call, text each other, because we need each other to get through this process. Law school is not an easy process at all, and there's times where you want to give up, that you want to quit, that there is challenging, but when you have the support of your friends and family, it helps. My advice to someone who's interested in going to law school would be attend conferences, especially the National Black Pre-Law Conference, because of the information that you can get before you go into law school, or even while you're in law school. I would also speak to someone who's already in law school and also a practicing attorney. After graduation, I plan to get back to the National Black Pre-Law Conference, because without the conference, I don't believe that I'll be as successful as I am right now.
One of the things we do is we ask law professors from all over the country if they would come and conduct a mock law class for students. And the reason why that's so important is because law classes and the classes in law school are very different from the types of classes that you'll take in college or even graduate school.
My name is Vincent. I am a passionate individual who wants to make this world a better place, one decision at a time. I was born in Houston, Texas. I went to Humboldt High School. I went to the University of Houston for undergrad, where I majored in political science. I think, first of all, going into the University of Texas, understanding its history with human sweat, you go in with a sense of responsibility and a sense of pride, because you understand that this door was not open just magically. Somebody had to pave the way. Somebody had to work extremely hard to allow me to be able to get into the school. So when I get there, my goal was to work as hard as I possibly could to do the best that I possibly can do. And that's all I can really do. I can't guarantee I'm going to make a 4.0, but I can guarantee that I'm going to give everything I have. And I think that's the responsibility that each person has to do. I think in a law school environment, you have to go in with an open mind. You have to believe that all people will treat you equally. And I think if you go in with that mindset, most of the time, if you go in with that mindset, it'll be better off for you. Now, you may get there, you may have a couple people who may not like you or who may have different racial biases, but from my understanding, from my feeling, the vast majority do believe in equality and do believe that we are all equal. Typically, the conference will have different admissions counselors from all around the country, schools ranging from the north to the south, or the east and west. And for me, it was a great experience to talk with admissions counselors, throw out some ideas. They couldn't give me exact numbers. Well, you'll likely get in or you won't get in. For certain schools, they would ask, well, what is your LSAT score, your GPA? And some schools would actually give you a free fee waiver, which allows you to apply to their school for free. For me, this was a big advantage because I didn't have the money to pay for all the application fees. Some application fees for a school can be anywhere between $60 to $75, $80, which can add up if you're applying to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 schools. So for me, that was very beneficial. To me, the experience has changed. I think as an upper level law student, you're primarily, at least on my end, I was serving kind of as a mentor and giving advice to younger students as far as their aspirations of making it to law school. And then also I'm able to connect with lawyers there, and they're able to serve as mentors for me. So it's almost as if, one generation is helping me and then I'm helping somebody else behind me. So it's a teamwork effort. So it's been a great experience for me. Anytime if I have a question, I can shoot out an email, they can respond to me. give me some good advice. The good book says, to whom much is given, much is required. I believe you have been placed in an opportunity to be able to help others. I don't believe you got to where you are just to stay there. And I don't believe you got there all by yourself. I know I'm standing here today because so many people invested in me. So many people have gone before me and paved the way. So many people have created conferences such as this. So many people have poured into me. I'm not standing here all by myself, so I think it is imperative and it is our responsibility to give back to those who are coming behind us.
I think that a conference like this is important, and giving students, equipping them with information about strategic planning, about being competitive, about what it really takes. And it takes a lot, it certainly does, but also that additional information, I believe, is key in terms of success and failure, because I think for a lot of people, it's too much. And it can be too much if you're not aware that these are things you're going to face, but if you have that information, then you're better able to be prepared and kind of have it at the back of your mind and be ready and be equipped to deal with it. So you don't have to react emotionally, but you can react in an intelligent way and be able to deal with it and think of ways, okay, I'm dealing with this, what can I do to make it better for the next classes of African Americans or other minority students who go into law school after me.
My name is Chris Oliver. I'm originally from Marshall, Texas. I've been a Texan all my life. I went to school in Marshall and then went to college in Tyler, Texas. I was a computer science major there, and then I went to Prairie View A&M University to finish out my bachelor's in mechanical engineering. And I started to work a little while in the aerospace industry and oil and gas industries after school. And now I am a 1L student at South Texas College of Law here in Houston. I'm married, I have a 4-year-old son, and I intend to be an intellectual property attorney, perhaps in the area of licensing, but maybe in patent prosecution. Being at the conference, it helped me understand more that it was going to be very tedious what it is I'm looking to go forward with within the next 3 to 4 years. And so it kind of reinforced that, look, this is not a cakewalk. You can be a smart guy. There are going to be a lot of smart guys, smart ladies there. What you have to be is resourceful and efficient, and here's how you have to do it. And so they would say, look, we're not trying to scare you, but if you're scared, just understand that this is the truth of the matter. The conference was full of items like that, from seminar to seminar. It's focus and understand that this is difficult, that it's not to be made in a capsule where you'll have exactly enough time to do what you need to do at your pace. It's not going to be like that. Undergrad is just a different animal from law school, and that's very true. They hammered this home, and a lot of people that I spoke to during the conference and after said, wow, I thought I knew, but perhaps I didn't. The conference is replete with individuals who are experts at what they do, and they want to use their time to help you so that you don't stumble like they did. And you'll find that it's genuine advice, genuine in that they will tell you things that are relevant for now and it'll be relevant when you get done, and you can come back and do the same thing and follow in their footsteps. The people that I met and had contact with that were pre-law students, I still talk to them. Some of them fresh out of school, some of them maybe 20 years out of school. Everybody fits because the items that they've chosen to address fits everyone that's looking to be an entrant into law school. Anyone who's thinking about it, and anyone who needs further information. And so that was a draw. It is as good as it's advertised. And that's, I think, the biggest thing that I continue to tell people. For the 2010 one, I tell people that. I'm like, if you see it online, you will expect that you will get what you see. And it helps you. I pick up a phone and call someone from 2008, 2007, they call me back or they email me back and they tell me what they think. On down to personal statements that you have to write for every school. People will review your personal statements and give you candid, constructive criticism and tell you what's good and what's not good. That's invaluable. You get this for a minimal investment, and it's just a great opportunity.
This gives people, anybody, anyone from across the nation can come. It's completely free of charge. If they say, I have an interest in going to law school, they can come to this conference and they can actually see law students and attorneys and judges and law professors and law school administrators who look like them and who has a sensitivity to the issues that we face and who want to see them succeed. And that's not something that you can experience every day. that's not something that you can easily encounter. I mean, this is an experience. This is an opportunity that a lot of people would otherwise never get. And so to be able to see people that look like you, who share the same cultural background for many similar experiences, and to be able to see those people succeed and have gone through the process and say, not only this is what you're going to have to do to get into law school, to get through law school, to pass the bar, but also these are some issues you're going to face as an African American.
My name is Sonya London. I'm a second-year law student at Bowen School of Law at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. I recently transferred from Howard University School of Law. I went to undergrad at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, and I have a bachelor's degree in business management with a concentration in entrepreneurship. Well, I went to an LSAT preparation course, and I met another student there who was preparing to take the LSAT, and she told me about the conference and said, you know, it's great, you absolutely need to go. And it was short notice. There was only like 2 weeks before the conference, but I dropped everything and came, and I'm so glad that I did. Well, I didn't know any attorneys prior to applying for law school, whether it was African American or Caucasian attorneys. I didn't know a lot about the application process. I didn't know what my chances were of getting in. I didn't know anything about the process, and when I came to the conference, there was just a wealth of information that gave me tips on applying, told me how I should go about deciding which law schools to apply to, writing a personal statement. There was just so much insider information that had I not gone to the conference, I don't know that I would have actually gotten accepted into law school. At the conference, they talked about time management, how critical that would be, and you don't really see that as much until you actually get there and start law school, just how important that time management is. But at the conference, they stressed that, so it let me know that it's definitely something that you can do. You just have to manage your time, because it seems really overwhelming at first. But with the information from the conference as far as time management was concerned and outlining, and then there was even a mock class, so that lets you see kind of how class would work when you get to law school, so you wouldn't be totally caught off guard and you could, you know, kind of prepare ahead of time. The conference is very near and dear to my heart just because I heard about it at the last minute, and when I asked the other student, you know, for the details, and I asked her how much the conference cost, she said that the conference was free. And, you know, so many times you see these conferences and seminars that are supposed to be aimed to help you, but they're really for profit. And to me, that spoke volumes that I can go and I can get all of this information. I can meet all of these people, and I don't have to pay anything to do that. So for me, that let me know that this is something that is genuine, and this is something that is really aimed at helping aspiring Black attorneys make it to where they need to be. And so many times, whenever African Americans get to the top, they don't necessarily reach back as much as maybe some other people do to help someone else and show them the path. So to me, just to know that someone cared enough to put forth this effort, this tremendous effort to help others, really meant a lot to me.
It's always a proud moment for me when someone comes back to me and they'll say, I'm in law school now, or I'm an attorney now, and it's because of your conference, and I know that what you're doing is valuable, and I'd like to come back and be a part of it.